Welcome back to Frontline News. It's now time for Frontline Business. In the wake of the recent slide in the value of the Jamaican dollar against the US currency, the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS says customers could see an increase in their electricity bills. JPS Corporate Communications Manager Ruthlyn Johnson told TVJ News that the currency depreciation is having a ripple effect on the company because most of its purchases are in the US dollar. Ms. Johnson says the JPS cannot absorb the cost and will therefore be passed on to customers.
The oil that we purchase, it's denominated in hard currency again, and it means that we're spending more to gain, let's say, the same number of barrels of oil that we would have purchased. So it means increases in the cost to purchase the items. And what it means as it relates to fuel prices is that customers are going to see even higher cost in their fuel price on the bill. You know, on the bill, you have that line item that says fuel and IPP. That is going to actually go up. What it means is that a customer who is using, let's say, 150 kilowatts of electricity will find that that same 150 kilowatts will cost more than it cost last month, simply because it is being calculated based on a higher price.
Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Audley Shaw, says the government is exploring new ways to maximize the benefits of the Caribbean Single Market and Economy, CSME. Mr. Shaw says there's much more Jamaica can get from regional trade. He was speaking at the American Chamber of Commerce of Jamaica AmCham meeting on Friday.
We have heard about CARICOM being the single market and economy. Well, guess what? Jamaica has been the single market. And now what we must do in that production plan is to target what the CARICOM is importing from other countries and see how we can compete and export some of what we produce into CARICOM. Because right now, even the question of value added is questionable how much value is being added by other countries when they export duty-free into Jamaica.
In the meantime, Mr. Shaw says there's also a plan to address Jamaica's trade deficit with the United States.
The United States being our largest trading partner, right now with our largest trade deficit, there are too many opportunities out there where we can now trade more effectively with one another, create wealth for each other, and yes, reduce the trade deficit at the same time. The opportunity for exotic foods as a market in the United States is something that we need to encourage here, and we need to explore and to support our entrepreneurs in a very, very aggressive way. Target that market because it has that linkage, that vertical integration from what you grow to what you process to what you export. So you're growing it, helping the small farmers, you process it, creating more jobs, and you export it, earning foreign exchange.
The Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, will begin visiting businesses across the island next month to collect basic information on the number and types of entities in operation for the first Jamaica survey of establishments. Statin's Deputy Director General, Leisha de Latibeder, says there is no official count of the number of businesses operating in Jamaica. She argues that the tax register says one thing while some economists give different estimates. Ms. de Latibeder said the Jamaica survey of establishments will be concentrated in urban and semi-urban areas, but expanded to specific rural areas based on the amount of economic activity for certain industries. President Donald Trump plans to bar many Chinese companies from investing in U.S. tech and to block additional technology exports to China. The two measures are set to be announced by the end of the week and are intended to counter Beijing's Made in China 2025, a Chinese initiative to be a global leader in technology. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Treasury Department is drawing up rules to block companies with at least 25% Chinese ownership from buying companies involved in industrially significant technology. On the foreign exchange market, the US dollar is being sold for $131.21. The Canadian dollar is trading at $100.02. The pound sterling is costing $174.46, while the euro is trading at $155.85. In Monday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index advanced by 1,136 points to close at over 314,000 points. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 52 stocks, of which 20 advanced, 21 declined, and 11 traded firm. The junior market index advanced by 37 points to close at over 3,000. Among the winners were Blue Power Group, C2W Music, Carreras, Phosphorus Company, and General Accident Insurance. Stocks declined for 1834 Investments, Barita Investments, Caribbean Cement Company, Caribbean Cream, and Caribbean Producers. Stocks traded firm for AMG Packaging and Paper, G West Corporation, Jamaica Broilers, and JMMB Group 7.5%. JMMB Group 7.5% was the volume leader with over 1 million units, followed by Carreras with over 600,000 units and Scotia Group Jamaica with over 300,000 units. News in oil. Oil prices fell on Monday as traders factored in an expected 1 million barrels per day output increase in the wake of an Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC meeting in Vienna last week. Brent crude futures were at $74.33 per barrel, down 99 cents from their last close. U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures were at $67.92 a barrel, down 66 cents. And that's it for Frontline Business. Regional stories are next after the break.